I recently interviewed a comedy vet, Lou Nail. Been in many movies, many stages. She's been doing it for a very long time. And we were discussing like the difference between being a comedian as opposed to like an Instagram funny, a YouTube funny, a social media personality basically. And she feels there should be, it should be considered two different categories. Because you know, stand-up comedians really don't like Instagram, social media funny type people to be considered comedians.
Right.
Do you feel like there should be a different category, maybe comedian, comedic actor, and do you consider yourself a comedian?
Yes, I do consider myself a comedian. It was up until just a few months ago, I still felt weird for not getting up every morning and going to work. You know, I realized this is my work now. This is my job. And it did take some getting used to. And I'm flattered and I'm honored and I think it's great. But I mean, that what you just said, that how they're different categories or whatever, to me, that's a load of shit. Absolutely. And I feel here's the deal. We live in a world now to where in our generation, this is America can pick who they think's funny.
Okay.
It's not about who your uncle works for. It's not about because you're related to so and so and they work on this lot or whatever. We can get you in here and da-da-da. It's not about that now. It's about either you're funny or not. And there shouldn't be two different classes. If you're a comedian and you get on stage and that's how you make your living, and then you look at this kid half your age that just all of a sudden popped up overnight. If you're upset about that, hey, tough shit. You should have been funnier. I don't know what to tell you. This is, and now that's kind of disrespectful if they would even say that. Because that's like walking up to, me and you are both in the line of entertainment and we do the exact same thing. And when, somebody walking up to you like, oh, you didn't go to college. Oh, yikes. Well, guess what? Some of the most rich, the people that have the most amount of money in this country, in this world, didn't do this. So to categorize the two different, no, absolutely not. No. That
all in the same class.
Absolutely, because now there is a difference, and they're right to the point to where there is a lot of people that have gotten famous through YouTube and social media, and that's great for them. But I do believe there are two different comedians on that, in the sense that a lot of people have gotten famous that way. But when you take them out of their mom's basement and put them on stage in front of 2,500 people. It does. That's
the difference,
and that's okay. That's okay. That doesn't mean there's nothing wrong with them. They simply there's a hurdle in there that they got to get over, and public speaking is one. But I do believe that there is a lot of people that's got famous on social media and stuff like that, and then when you put them on a stage, it is a lot different. So to take somebody that's able to do that and to put them on stage, that's awesome. And to me, that makes them just as relevant comedian as anybody out there. I would think that most would agree,
I think, again, like I said earlier, you have to respect what someone's doing, bottom line. Whether they're doing it Instagram and you want to consider that, some type of comedy. Yeah. Whether you want to call it comedic acting or whatever the case, but it still is in the genre of comedy. Yeah. Bottom line. So why not respect it? And like you said, we got to keep evolving. Absolutely. And learn from one another, and not just be the older folks to be like, oh, we don't like what the younger generation is doing. They don't have respect. Well, no, let's come together, so that they can, teach respect more. Because even with the younger generation, they don't be going to respect neither. Right. Because of the fact of what older generation is saying. Absolutely. It's the same circle over and over. Yeah. Just got to be the one to choose to break it. I love it all. It's entertainment either way. I can go to the Comedy Store, which is right here, or I can watch some things on Instagram or YouTube. Either way, it's comedy. It uplifts
well, there are comedians that are online, and to your point, the question you were asking before, and if there was two theaters in front of me, and a very well-known comedian was playing in the one to the right, and then one of these people that I follow on social media that they too are comedians. There are a lot of these online comedians where I'm like, I'm gonna go to the left. Because so. As far as whether either one of them are comedians or should there be two different classes, absolutely not. And like, what you said, do what you do. And some people may find certain things funny that mainstream comedians don't do. So, but no, to me, there's not a community college out there. And if there is, I don't know about it. But if you have the ability, that gift that we were talking about to make people laugh, then
do it.
You're a comedian, do it.
You're a comedian, do it.